Jason Stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since and Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York. Hold on, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow. Working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24. We striving for that goal. I'll stop at nothing. I will play this game.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Bills going up against the Broncos. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. They come out here in the eye. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. No gain on the play there, second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
The play clock's running down. The slot man in motion right. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Lynch. He's going to launch the... That's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
This is Coleman, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this has been an excellent drive to start the game off. Move the ball downfield well. Now they're set up at 1st and goal after that last really nice run. Exactly how a coach would draw things up. This is how you want to start a game, and that's all they've preached all week long about how they wanted to come out of the gate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tevin Coleman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic, and this guy makes plays and opens the game up.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, it's Allen. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Bills a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. So they're operating in the red zone. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And this is complete. It's Allen. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jelani Jenkins in there to drop him. And his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 2nd down, Lynch gets it to Gordon. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing, Lynch toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Coleman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The Pro Bowler is a rookie, Marcus Peters, there on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Lynch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. J.J. Nelson, 34 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And now out come the Bills. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see a breakdown as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Out of the gun now on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's fielded at the 45. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try to put points on the board.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Play action. Now Lynch. He's going to loft one. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. J.J. Nelson as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Brown 72 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Coleman. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Watkins alone on the left side. And the back goes into motion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And the wideout in motion. Back to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Marshall in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Play clock winding down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now it's Lynch. He's going to loft one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.J. Nelson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 35 that time. And the Bills are going to have a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. That's exactly what they did there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And quickly they get to the line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Allen's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone. Time to be looking to do that again here for the defense.
How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Yeah, you love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And now Lynch. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
All right, here we go.
On third down, Lynch. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So the offense has it first and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Coleman now. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The offense lining up first and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. From the gun on third down, it's Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. 39.
The Broncos go for it. Lynch. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Halfback sent in motion. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
I got 83. Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll look to throw here. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left.
Leopard! Set! 3-19!
Off the play fake. He'll nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Let's go, Pete. Tighten up. Gone!
Got to try it here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jelani Jenkins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about...
We're